G'day guys, welcome back to Subnautica. My lord, the previous episode was a bit crazy. We managed to get to the Degassi habitat and somehow managed to survive weaving past all of those evil kraken looking things, but I mean that wasn't our biggest problem down there. We went to a wreck nearby, stumbled across it, and somehow we got lost, because, I'm kind of that kind of person, like I lose my way real easy. And we were chased by something. I have no idea what that thing was. It looked like some kind of bioluminescent, I don't know, serpent or something like that. So, not keen. But we might have to go back there at some point. Let's be real. So as soon as I logged in here, I got that icon, and we apparently have another message. We did hear about life pod number 2, I think. So that's another activity for us to try and do. 500 meters deep. We should be able to, definitely reach it.
Playing partially translated broadcast.
Destroyed. Mode. Patrol. New targets unaccounted for. 1.
Okay, so that all but confirms that we are the only survivor from the Aurora. Again, I mean, assuming that these aliens have, reliable technology to scan all of the survivors. So yeah, we are alone. As scary as that may sound. Gonna just top up our food. Maybe just quickly regrow this as well. And I think we will in this episode. Oh my god. Guys, I totally forgot about the orange tablet. Yes, we did find this in the Degassi habitat, didn't we? So, using the orange tablet, we should technically be able to get ourselves into the... I don't know what facility that is. I'm just assuming that it's that research facility, or alien research facility. But, yeah. Well, we're gonna have to go out there again. I was sort of thinking that this episode will be primarily focused on building things, but if we have time, we can make our way out there. I don't think it's going to be too difficult to get to. Yeah, we just need to wait for some water. Considering we're filtering water from the outside, perhaps maybe it's not a bad idea to start drinking some of the water that we've got stocked up here. Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea. And then we've got a whole bunch of other sort of decorative items here. Well, are they really decorative? I can't exactly say that they're decorative, but they're supposed to make the space look like, a little bit more alive, I suppose. So I wonder if I should just like leave all of this stuff on the tables. I know we've got multiple of these things, but just to clear out our inventory a little bit, But at some point, perhaps we can make more than one table, and we can have, more lab equipment set up. Alright, so the first thing that I want to get done is the Neptune rocket platform. So let's just take a look at that and tag it. I'm pretty sure we only need some very basic things for this. Yeah, that should be pretty easy to do. The computer chip is probably the more challenging thing out of all of it. So a bit of titanium is required, obviously, and a bunch of lead. Let's tag the computer chip. I think I have the coral samples. And just need a bit of gold and a bit of copper. We should be set. Okay, computer chip is done. Now time to make the ingots. Let's see. Should probably just fish out as much titanium as I can muster from the lockers. We'll likely still need to hunt for more, though. And let me just double check on some of the storage here. Yeah, okay, we do have a little bit stashed away. Yeah, and then I've got like a whole bunch of other random things, which perhaps, again, as I said, if we do end up building a whole bunch of stuff in this episode, then we could probably build a few things for the base as well, specifically in our bedroom, because the bedroom is looking pretty sparse. Let's do an ingot first. That'll free up some space, and then we can go back out, try and look for some more ingots. I'm sort of thinking that maybe instead of having some random bags sort of in this room, maybe what I could do is I can pick up one of the empty ones, and I might actually shift that across to this spot here. And the reason for that is because, you know, we're often sort of needing to craft, excuse me, several things before we actually eventually craft the final thing that we're, you know, working on. So it might be a good idea to stash things that we're about to use that we've crafted in this bag temporarily. That way you can essentially pick up more stuff when you need to sort of go fishing for things out in the wild. Out in the wild, out in the waters. So that's the idea behind the madness, at least. So yeah, we've been gathering a lot of scraps and wrecks and stuff nearby, and I'm hoping we'll still be able to find some more, but I kind of have a feeling that we might find ourselves struggling to find more near the base. I sort of want to pick up some of this stuff, because we know that we can actually make some of those torpedoes with it, right? So I just need to be careful, obviously. There we go. How many did we get? Yeah, I don't know how many we need, actually. It might be like a couple for a batch of torpedoes, potentially. So that should be enough. I don't think I need too much more. Yeah, there's still a few. There's still a few. That's good. And I'm trying to, again, still keep an eye out for more of the stalker teeth, if we can find those. But I keep forgetting to activate the scanning room before leaving this to actually find stuff. I should really do that. I know it drains power, but it's not like our power is really doing anything else when it's stocked up. How much more space do we have? We've actually got a little bit of space to work with. So the grav trap, actually, that's something that I haven't played around with. I could give it a go. Just to at least make sure that we try certain things at least once. Oh, and I was thinking the cannon that we have. So we can make the propulsion version of the cannon. and to see if that's of any use. I think, yeah, that maxes everything out. I'm gonna see if I can just throw a couple of things into the Seamoth, just to see if we can then carry a tiny bit more, maybe. I was actually quite surprised at the aggressiveness of the Kraken creatures. Those, I think they're called like crab squids, squid crabs or something like that. And yeah, they're really aggressive, not only towards us, but also towards any vehicles that are nearby as well. So if we ever go back down there, we just need to make sure that if we're, you know, needing to get out, we leave the Seamoth in a decent position. I think that's maxing us out again, so time to head back. We've got plenty of titanium. Is there a need for us to store titanium in its, you know, regular form? Or should we just simply convert all of it into ingots? I suppose maybe I can convert a lot of it into ingots and then keep like a batch of it unprocessed. I think that's maybe a good idea. Oh, I did stop for a second there thinking maybe I want to grab some more coral, but I won't be able to do that right now because, well, I don't have space. Should we be taking the prawn suit out, maybe? Because the prawn suit has a little bit more storage to work with. Perhaps we can actually grab more things. It's just a little bit less maneuverable, that's all. Maybe I'll stick with the Seamoth for now. Seems to be working for us.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh, it's unpowered. Oh no. Okay. Grab some potatoes, grab some melons. Oh, hang on. Are these melons not ready? Maybe the melons are not ready yet. Alright, well, I'm gonna need... Oh, the bulbo tree is still growing. Okay, let's not chop it down. Oh, I don't have space anyway. Yeah, having to refill the bioreactor is kind of tedious, but the alternative is getting a nuclear plant, or maybe getting a thermal plant, but I don't know how to work the thermal plants though. Plus, I'm not sure if we're actually near a place that actually gives us thermal energy. I think the closest may be the cave that's nearby. We have seen some lava and some vents down there, so we could potentially look into building a plant down there. And I don't know how you would run the power, but I think maybe I saw something that was... it almost sounded like it was like some kind of a power cable, potentially. Anyway, let's just do what we need to do with all this titanium. So ingots, I think I'll do a couple of ingots and then I'll leave the rest of the titanium unprocessed. Oh well, we've taken up all of the all of the titanium. We've got some spare titanium in here anyway, so that's all right. All right, good. We've got the 2 titanium already. Let me just grab all of that. I'll store 1 titanium in here. Actually, I don't have space for that. Yeah, we'll put titanium in there. And we just need a little bit of lead at this point, so got plenty of lead. I think we need 4. Okay, so this platform, I don't know if we make that from the vehicle bay? Possibly. Alright, let's take a look. Yeah, here we go. Neptune escape rocket. So let's do the launch platform. Check this out. My lord, that is gigantic. Just want to observe this as it's being created. I mean, it has, like, ladders and stuff on the sides. I assume we would be able to just climb up onto it then. There we go. We're about to start a bit of a journey here, making this rocket. But I don't think we should climb aboard. If we do make the rocket, we shouldn't climb aboard until we know that we're not going to be shot down. Oh wow, very cool. Let me get my HUD back up, actually. So, Neptune Gantry. What? Right, so this is not actually something that you would craft from... We saw this in the previous episode. Provides optimal conditions for flora and fauna. Had a hatch to enter. Interesting. I'll need to expand the base a little bit to be able to accommodate, like, alien containment, I think. So, yeah, here's the thermal plant. Here's the power transmitter, which I think acts as, like, cables. I assume. Anyway. Bunch of Cyclops upgrades here. And the Cyclops is definitely something that we should look into. We got this in the previous episode. Polyaniline. I need to look into the polyaniline. Yeah, here. Neptune Gantry. Well, plasteel isn't really going to be too much of an issue. We already have the ingot. Copper wire, lubricant, all very, very doable. So, should we maybe work on that? And maybe we stop there when it comes to the rocket. And just because we can, I might actually harvest a few things from here. So, could probably throw in like a couple more, like so. And then we pick up a few gel sacks. And do I want to maybe replant one of the gel sacks? I'll see if I can do that. It's disappearing. Where did it go? Maybe I cut it completely. It doesn't feel like I did it though. Oh, I got a couple more out of that. I'll see if I can cut a couple more. go. So... yeah, let's do... that. And... I don't know if there's anything else that I need to be growing. Maybe coral? Would coral grow here? Because if I can grow some coral, that would make things really, really easy for us to gather. Maybe I shouldn't plant all of the... or use all of the slots for gel sacks. I do have a couple of coral samples, right? Like, I could maybe throw some of that in and just see if that's going to be useful for us or not. So I'm going to convert some of these into fiber meshes. Or actually, I think I should convert all of it into fiber mesh, to be honest, because I don't think the creep vine really is used for anything else. Aside from maybe the clusters. I don't know if planting creep vine in outdoor grow beds would actually give us the clusters. Perhaps maybe the clusters are something that we still need to look for. There. Nope. Okay. So I guess the table coral you just have to look for. Disappointing. That's alright, it's not too difficult to find. So let's throw all of this back. The gantry. Let's focus on that. So, plasteel, which we already have the ingot for. A bit of copper wire, shouldn't be hard. And do we have lubricant? We can make lubricant though. Bit of lithium. And our one titanium ingot, which I was wanting to bank up, but I guess we're gonna have to use everything right now. I may as well make some more lubricant here, just in case. Might need it at some point. Alright, gantry is ready. Let's swim back up there and let's get this built. Yeah, I'll try and avoid building stuff out here at night, because I think nighttime doesn't really lend itself very well to observing the entire build process. So we'll try and do these things during the day as much as possible. Let's construct. Okay. I don't know why we got some funky rock music there, but I guess maybe it's like just a really, really big milestone or something. Very, very tall structure. There's another control pad on this thing as well. Maybe that's where you launch stuff from? Call the elevator. Activate it. Oh, okay, right. I see. Right. Very cool. Very cool. Hey, do we have a marker for where to find the launch pad? 'Cause... oh yeah, here. Okay. I was a bit concerned about that because if we do decide to move the base at some point, then we're going to have to remember where things are. Including, I would say, you know, one of the more difficult things to find on the ocean surface would be the vehicle bay, which is quite tiny if you think about it. So if you don't know exactly where it is, you might have trouble actually finding it again. Anyway, that's it for the rocket. I think we'll stop there with playing around with the rocket, and we'll focus on other things. So we've got a few things to play around with, including these new fins.
Captain.
Let's check the new fins out. So I think let me have a read of it again. Can't remember if I actually read it, but wirelessly charges your held tool while you swim. Okay, a polyethylene or aniline or whatever it is. Polyaniline. We need hydrochloric acid, which can be made using deep shrooms and salt. Got plenty of salt. And we've got a few of the deep shrooms. I think it was like 3 and a bit of salt. Gonna move that across because I think we do have the space for it now. And I will throw lubricant in here. Okay, and now we just need a little bit of gold to go with this to make polyaniline. Oh, forgot about drinking. Maybe I'll have some bulbo tree.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Got a couple more chunks here. I'm hoping that perhaps maybe the bioreactor needs something. Yeah. Wow, the bioreactor ate through all of that stuff that we already gave to it. Perhaps maybe a couple of potatoes would last a bit longer in there. Okay, let's unpin that. I need a bit of gold. Perfect. Okay, so now that we have that, we need a wiring kit as well. That could be a problem because I can't remember picking up a lot of silver recently. So we might need to go for a bit of a silver hunt. Oh, we have a tiny bit over here. But not really as much as I would like. So let's maybe go on a bit of a silver hunt, and this time I'm not going to forget to actually use the scanner room because that should help us. We need sandstone chunks, right? So that should mark things for us, and because we've got the chip, we should be able to actually see it on our HUD. So yeah, let's go out, let's take the Seamoth once more. Or do we want to play around with the prawn suit? Maybe it's a good opportunity to play around with the prawn suit, guys, because don't forget, we did do a few upgrades recently, including the grappling arm, right? So we do have the drill arm still in storage as well, so if we do need to drill something, we should be able to do that. Yeah. Laser cutter, we should replace the battery at some point. Yeah, just thinking about whether or not I want to switch the drill arm, but I don't think I need to do that just yet. Let's go and see if we can just fetch all of these ones very quickly. And maybe I should also review on whether or not I can get the jump jet upgrade for this thing, because if we can Perhaps maybe boost around a little faster. Maybe that'll kind of encourage me to use this a bit more. Yeah, getting yourself in the right position is kind of difficult. I'll just maybe get out and I'll do it by hand. Okay, plenty over that way. So let's give this this grappling hook a try. Okay. I guess maybe I need to hold it. Alright. So, what, it kind of pulls you towards stuff, so I don't think you have control over the pulling mechanic, but it just automatically does it. Yeah, I can see how, if you're really, really good at using the prawn suit, how that would come in handy. Yeah, and you can sort of fling yourself forward, which is kind of cool. I wonder if there's such a thing as like a big, like, silver deposit. Would be nice if that was a thing. Oh, we can fight these guys if we really wanted to. Yeah, plenty of sandstone chunks everywhere. So I'm thinking we might just do like a really big, you know, gathering session right now, which should hopefully fuel all of our building moving forward. Probably gonna have to move some stuff from our storage as we progress, but and since we're here, I might also just grab a couple of these for a lubricant. Actually, they also make silicon, right? So I probably need a bit more for silicon at some point, but they're gigantic though in its raw form. Did we get that? No. Man, this is so tricky. There. Not really finding a lot of silver, but occasionally we do get it. Very good. Oh god. I pull myself up. Alright, so the nice thing about the grappling hook is it uses like a different source of energy. Well, I mean, there's no energy source that I can tell, but I mean, it's separate to the energy that we use to boost around everywhere. Okay. One thing that I wish that we could do is to actually check on the storage of our vehicle without having to get out and actually inspect it from the outside. That'd be a nice quality of life feature. I'm sure they've started thinking about all of that sort of stuff for the next iteration, whenever that's happening. I think I've heard rumblings of Subnautica 2 being in development, and perhaps maybe there being some like teaser images or something. But speaking of sequels, I know there's Below Zero. I think the sentiment on that game is maybe not as positive in comparison to plain old Subnautica, but I don't know. If anyone's played Below Zero, or seen it, or watched it, or whatever, let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are. Because I'm having a blast playing this game, and, you know, if there's more of it, then I'm all in. Unless, like, there's something about Below Zero that is absolutely horrendous, that we shouldn't play it, then, you know, I might give it a go after we finish this, but, yeah, it's probably going to be a case of, you know, something that we keep in the back pocket for the channel, to play at some point, if it's any good. But yeah, keen to get people's thoughts on that. Okay, it's a good thing that we can't damage the prawn suit by smashing into stuff. Oi! Get out of here! Yeah, the prawn suit actually takes a very long time to repair compared to the sea moth. I'll grab that. Bit more salvage, why not? I don't know how far the grappling hook goes. More over that side.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
But if we do go into caves again, I'm really keen on actually using the grappling hook this time. Because the last time we were in the caves with the prawn suit, getting out was a problem. Alright. I mean, I don't know how we're looking inventory-wise. I mean, we can still pick up a few more things. You know, I'm thinking we need to get ourselves some deep shrooms already. Because, we probably need to make some more hydrochloric acid and stuff. I'll go with a deep shroom, and do I have any storage in here? No, this is completely maxed out. Okay, well, it means that we have to go home. So not bad, a combination of the scanner room and the prawn suit. But I'm still concerned that we can't really scan a lot of stuff from the scanner room. Like there's a whole bunch of stuff that's missing, it seems. So it almost feels like, you know, some of the more advanced materials, like even nickel and stuff, you won't be able to scan for. Unless, perhaps maybe we're just out of range. That could be a problem as well. So I was sort of thinking about that between episodes, and I'm like, I wonder if some people might, you know, make simply a scanner room base, which literally only has the scanner room and say, I don't know, some kind of a power source. Like, I mean, if you're going to be really, really deep, then perhaps maybe a nuclear reactor that you can leave for a very, very long time without having to, you know, replace nuclear rods very often. And perhaps maybe you can use those scanner rooms to, you know, show you the way in different areas. It doesn't seem far-fetched, but anyway, we've got a whole bunch of stuff, a lot of stuff to do, so let me just convert a few things into usable items and more manageable items as well in terms of storage. So chuck all of that there, and yeah, we'll throw these things in. Yep, that's fine. I'm gonna make some titanium ingots, rather. And we're going to store that titanium like we did before. The polyaniline, we do need that to make the swim charge fins. So, yep. So we need a wiring kit. And then the fins, which we've got on right now, so we can take the fins off. Speaking of taking the fins off, I did read in the comments that apparently you move around kind of weird on land, and that is purely because you've got fins on. So if you take them off, apparently you move around better. I guess, maybe. We seem a little floaty. Why can't I make this? Oh, don't tell me. Ah, right. Okay, this is not the normal fins. This is Ultra Glide fins. Ultra Glide. Bloody hell. Okay, that's a shame. I'm running out of space to keep stuff. I might gather up some equipment that I am most likely not going to use. And I'll gather up some water as well, which we can just simply consume. And I think I'm gonna use one of these bags to just hold equipment that rarely gets used. Because I'm gonna need to throw our Ultra Glide fins in there. And yeah, I'm gonna need to make some new fins. So, gonna have to check on that. Silicon rubber, I mean, wouldn't you know it? We just made some silicon. So, that goes in, and we should be able to make this now. You would think. Perfect, okay. So is that on now? Yes. Now, I wonder if this is going to give us the same speed, though, while swimming in the water. I guess maybe we are a tiny bit slower, so you either go with more mobility or you keep recharging the Sea Glide as you go, or anything else that you hold in your hands, right? So as you swim, this is supposedly recharging everything. So we won't have a need to really, I guess, recharge batteries so often. I think we still will need to, because there are certain items that will just drain the battery a lot faster. But I think it goes well with the Sea Glide, though, to be honest, so we'll probably keep these fins instead of the previous one, and I will sacrifice that mobility. So, right, next thing on the agenda. Perhaps maybe I should look into the booster for the prawn suit, because I do want to try and use the prawn suit some more. We've found nickel ore, so we've got a little bit. Crystalline sulfur, though, that's... I don't think that's something that I've seen. Yeah, okay, so maybe we're still kind of limited. We're gonna need to find crystalline sulfur somewhere. I have no idea where, but I assume if we continue along our path, we'll come across it. So, with that not being an option, I think the next thing for us to do is to see if we can perhaps maybe play around with building the base out a little bit more. We've got some new things to experiment with, so I'm keen on trying that. So maybe an additional multi-purpose room, maybe on this side. Or we could do it on that side. I think this side is fine. That side I sort of want to keep a little bit free because we sort of go in and out with our vehicles from there. Yeah, let's do a multi-purpose room. I probably don't have the materials for it just yet. Oh, wait a sec. What? You can stack the rooms on top of each other. I did not know that. Oh, that is so cool. Alright, I mean, I don't know about stacking the rooms on top of each other currently. I think it's okay for us to just, like, build another room on the side. That's fine. Apparently, this is not really working for some reason. Is it too... Yeah, I don't know. Oh, right, we've got something in the way of that room, which is preventing us from building, I think. So if we take that down, hopefully we'll be able to do what we need to do. Let me grab that and we'll just deconstruct this. And we'll have to construct it again somewhere. I'm gonna have to find a spot. We'll figure it out. Maybe we can move it here. I'll put this down immediately because we often need the, you know, fabricator anyway. But I'm gonna need maybe some titanium or something like that to continue building on the outside. And I don't have titanium in storage right now. So I'll probably need to just fetch some from Prawn Suit. Prawn Suit should have some scraps, so we should be able to grab it. Bit of titanium here as well. More silver. I'll try and organize everything. Oh yes, yeah. I don't know about having this here, because I like having the fabricator near the storage, because then we won't have to run around too far to fabricate stuff. Alright, I could make titanium, but obviously don't want to do that until we know how much of the normal titanium we need. So, let's do this. No. Oh! No, I've got too much stuff built on that side as well. Yeah, alright, hang on. Are we even on the right side? No, sorry, we wanted to do it on this side. Ah, I've just literally made, you know, another problem out of the previous problem.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh lord. Okay. Yeah, let's put it here. At least temporarily. Now, please tell me I can do what I want. Thank goodness. Alright, so we've got 3 in total now for structural integrity. We just need to be aware of that. Perhaps maybe I can add something to improve structural integrity. And I might as well do that now, actually, just so that we don't get caught off guard. I just don't know where to add it, though. Okay, that section doesn't take it. I suppose maybe this is not a bad spot, or... Okay, the bed is in the way, apparently. I did see the option to create, like, windows and stuff, so I am keen on doing that. Especially for the bedroom. Let me just inspect this place. Yeah, it looks quite nice. So we'll get our containment unit in there, but let me just see if I can organize ourselves here. So if I just remove that for a second, and I go... Can I build it from the inside? Sure can. I need a bit of lithium. And the titanium. Yeah, we're definitely going to need to somehow bring the fabricator back in here. I think that's going to be important. I think maybe the grow beds we might be able to move. And I'm thinking maybe we can move the grow beds in here instead. So we'll do that. Eventually. Right, and let's see. Get that bed back in. Oh, coffee machine. We should be making that. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, it's not the nicest look, but you know, it'll do. And I'm just wondering how to get the windows. Okay, we need a bit of glass to get some windows. Maybe we'll get a couple of windows in and see how we feel about it. I think we do have some quartz, hopefully. That might be all of our quartz. It is all of our quartz. That's okay. For science. And we need to power the bioreactor. We'll sort that out in a second. So do a window here, and can we do a window here? How cool is that? I mean, we don't really have the nicest view out here, though. We can just see some wrecks. So I'm sort of almost thinking that we might need to move somewhere that looks a little nicer, you know? You know what, guys? I have completely forgotten about making the Cyclops this episode. So I did say in the previous episode that we might start looking into... Hang on a sec. Did we completely take down our bulbo tree? I think we did. Did not mean to do that. Yeah, okay. Not having a bulbo tree is a bit of a problem. We might need to go back to Rendezvous Island and see if we can grab some more samples. Let's chuck some marble melons in here. So that should hopefully keep us going for a little bit more. Hopefully the Chinese potato grows pretty soon, and then we can drop some more in. Alright. I think the last thing that we'll do in this episode is just get that containment unit. Oh man, I'm gonna need the quartz. Maybe I don't have what it takes in this episode. Let me just double check. Yeah, I am completely out of quartz. So we're gonna have to stock up on some quartz. Let me throw some titanium in here. Can't remember where I stole this one from, but I'll just put it back down here. Alright. Let the quartz hunt begin.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I mean, we did mine the big quartz deposit over here, right? Like, I can't believe we've already used all of it. Oh, hang on. No, it's still there. It's still there, okay. Well, let's go grab the prawn suit. And let's go grab it then.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Where is it? It was just here, wasn't it? Maybe just a little bit further that way. Yeah. Okay, gonna need to swap out our arms though, so let me just do that. So, drill arm, and throw the drill arm in there. Alright, let's do it. Yeah, this will actually take a while. So, I'm thinking maybe in the start of the next episode we'll get the containment unit instead of right away, because I think I'm overdue for a bit of a break. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, guys. I know that it's a little bit more of a slower one, but I think it was necessary just to, you know, make sure that we're, you know, progressing in terms of development of the base and upgrades and stuff like that. So I'm pretty happy with what we've got. And yeah, the new fins, hopefully that'll be very, very useful for whenever we're exploring around. We won't have to really recharge the Sea Glide anymore. So I'm sort of looking forward to that. But in the next one, I would say that we'll probably go looking for things that we've not seen before. Life pod number 2 seems like a good and interesting target to go for, so we might see if we can set that as a goal. Anyway guys, as usual, leave a like down below, some comments, subscribe if you're new, stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.